Hi everybody, welcome to lab number 1, control administrative access to router. So this is the topology diagram we are going to use in this lab. So if you see, there are 4 networks available in this topology diagram. Okay, so this is the first network. Okay, I'm going to take it as 10 network, and this is the 20 network, and this is the 30 network, and 40 network. So these are the 4 different networks available. An IP address also given here. So 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2, 20.0.0.1, 20.0.0.2, 30.0.0.1, 30.0.0.2, 40.0.0.1, and 40.0.0.2. So this is the IP address plan. So all the IP addresses, it is a class A IP address only I'm using in this topology diagram. Now, so what we are going to do, what is a task? Okay, in this lab means, so this is a topology diagram. I already explained to you in the previous slide. Now, so what are the tasks we are going to do means, so totally we are going to do 18 different tasks we are going to do in this particular lab. The first one is we are going to configure a policy, a security policy that is called the minimum password length for all the devices. So we are going to fix what is the minimum password length. Okay, you can fix it as 5, 10, anything. So that is going to be the first task, task number 1. Second task is we are going to enable the password for the privilege mode. Okay, so for the privilege mode, if you want to enter into the privilege mode, so you need a password. So this is the thing we are going to enter. Then the third one, we are going to configure the privilege mode secret. So secret password we are going to enable. The fourth task is going to be the console access. So we are going to enable the console access in router R1, and we are going to give some policy. So what is the policy means? That is going to be the exec-timeout. So that means we are going to fix some minutes, so 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Suppose if the router is inactive, okay, or if it is in a idle state or in a passive state, automatically it should log out. The same thing, we are going to enable the virtual access line, VTY lines in router R1, and for that also we are going to configure exec-timeout. We are going to configure. Then from the server, okay, server means you can see in the topology diagram from 10.0.0.1. So we have to access the router by using Telnet, and we are going to have another PC here, okay, and we are going to connect a console cable. So using the console cable also, we are going to access this router, and we are going to check whether the security is working or not. Then the next one, display the running configuration. So this is going to be a very simple command. We are going to show, or we are going to display all the running configuration of router 1. Then we are going to encrypt all the clear text passwords. Suppose if any password is visible, if it is not encrypted, if a password is available in a plain text format, so we need to encrypt all the plain text we are going to encrypt. So encrypt clear text passwords. Then we are going to display the running configuration on R1. After encrypting, okay, all the passwords, I'm going to display the running configuration to show, okay, the effect, okay, how the encrypted passwords will look. So these are the first 9 tasks. Then we are going to configure a message of the day banner. Okay, so if anybody logs into your router, so they have to get a message. Okay, so what is the message we are going to configure means unauthorized access strictly prohibited and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. So there is any message. This message you can have your own. Okay, any message you can have. If any user enters into your router, if somebody is login into your router, they will get this message. Then we are going to create a username. Okay, create a new user account. So the username is going to be user01, and we are going to specify the password with no encryption. There is no encryption for that. And we are going to create a new user, one more user account, and we are going to use, okay, MD5 hashing to encrypt that password. So the new user, for example, user02, okay, user01, okay, we are not going to encrypt, and user02 we are going to encrypt by using MD5 hashing, okay, to encrypt the password. Then we are going to display the running configuration to see the difference between this first username and second username. So the first user will be created without any encryption, okay, with no encryption. And here, okay, you are going to encrypt the passwords. Then set the line console line to use locally defined logins now. So we are going to use the same console, and also we are going to use the VTY. By using these two things, we are going to log in into the router. But this time, what we are going to do means we are going to use the username and password to log in. So previously we logged in, okay, you can see here, okay, that means in the fourth and fifth, we are going to log in into the router by using the console line and also by using the VTY. But here we are going to use only a password we are going to use. Okay, a single password will be used. But here the same step we are going to repeat here. So you are going to log in into the router by using the console line and also by using the VTY line. Okay, that means the VTY 16th. But this time we have to use the username and passwords. Okay, we are going to use the username and password. By using the username and password, we are going to enter into the router. That means a remote login. Okay, we are going to make a remote login. And finally, we are going to save all our configurations. Okay, so this is the lab. So this lab, it is particularly, we are going to see all the security things. That means how to have, okay, a control administrative, okay, access to a router. So we are going to access the router by using VTY and by using console, but we are going to have, okay, a secured way. In a secured way, we are going to access the router. So this is the lab. Now, so let me take you to the packet tracer. Now, I am in packet tracer. So I'm going to design the topology diagram first. Okay, we need three routers. So I'm going to take, okay, 1941 router I'm going to take. So let me go to the routers. Okay, I'm just going to the routers here. So you can see here 1941 routers. So we need three routers here. So this is going to be R1 or R0, and then I need another, okay, two more routers. So this is the second router and this is the third router. So three routers I'm using in this topology diagram. Now, so the next one, I need some switches. So we need some switches to connect the system. Okay, I'm using the screen. Okay, so these are the three different routers that we need. Then we need switches. So now I'm just going to the switches. So from the switches, I'm taking 2960 switch. So this is the first switch, and here I'm going to have one more switch. Okay, so these are the devices we need. Then with this, we need the end devices. So I'm going for the end devices. So end devices, I'm taking PC here. So PC, I'm just going to have a PC here, and then I'm going to have a server. Okay, a generic server I'm taking, and I'm going to have a server, okay, in this end. So these are the networking devices that we need, okay, in this topology diagram. Now I'm going to connect all the devices. Okay, I'm going to connect all the devices connection. That means the cables we have to use. So you can use automatic connection. So this is the automatic connection. I'm just selecting the automatic connection. Now I just click server 0. Okay, I'm just connecting so switch. Then from switch to router, I'm just connecting like this. The same thing from PC 0 to switch 1, I'm connecting. Then from switch 1 to router 0, I'm connecting. Now, the next one, the very important thing is we have to connect from router to router. So router to router, I need a serial connection. Okay. Okay, we need a serial connection here. But what I'm doing, I just click the automatic, and you can see if I connect these two routers, so this is not a serial connection. Okay, so this is not a serial connection, but actually this is a crossover, okay, connection, but I need a serial connection here. Okay, serial connection should be available. Now, why serial connection is not coming means here in these routers we don't have, okay, the slot. That means that particular module is not available. So what you have to do, you have to manually insert the slots. So what I'm doing, I'm just going to delete this, okay, the link. Okay, so this is the way you have to delete. You can just click on this, okay, and delete, and you can delete this particular link. Now I want to insert a module, okay, a serial connect, okay, port module. I want to interface serial interface module. I want to connect in this router. So go to the router, just click the router, okay, and you can just do the zoom in here. Now the router is running, it is on. I'm going to switch it off. Okay, I just make it switch it off. So the router is now switched off. Now I need a serial, okay, a serial interface I need, okay, for connecting the serial interface. Okay, you can see here HW, okay, IC2T. Okay, this is going to be the serial, okay, interface. Now I'm just having a serial interface here. Okay, so this is the way you have to add the interfaces. Okay, whatever the interfaces you want, you can add like this. Now, again, I'm going to make this on. I'm going to switch it on. So the same steps I'm going to repeat for all the other two routers. Okay, we already completed for router 0. So I'm going to router 1 now. Okay, in the router 1, again, I'm just going to zoom in. So the router is already switched on. Now I'm going to switch it off. Okay, so I'm going to take the serial module here. I'm just going to insert the module in this place. Then I can make it on. So now we included the serial port. Okay, the serial interface is now enabled in this router. So do the same step for the third router also. So I'm just going to this router. So let me zoom in. Okay, make it off. Then I'm just going to take HW. Okay, this is going to be the serial, okay, module. I'm just connecting the serial module. Then you can make the port status on. Okay, that means you can switch on the router and then you can just close this. So in all the three routers, we now included the serial interface module we included. Now I'm going to use automatic connection. You can see the difference now. I'm going to the automatic connection. I'm going to connect it from here to here. So automatically the serial connection is used. The same thing here. I'm just going to repeat the same step here from router 1 to router 2. I'm going to have a serial connection. So your physical, okay, the topology diagram is physically ready. Okay, it is not logically ready. So logically ready means you have to assign the IP address. So we have not assigned any IP address at this stage. Okay, so only physically the topology is ready. Now the next step is going to be IP planning. Okay, we are going to plan the IP address. Okay, so what is the IP address plan? Now we are going to plan the IP address. Okay, so server 0. For server 0, so my IP address, what is IP address I'm going to give means I'm going to use IP address 10.0.0.1 is IP address I'm going to assign for the server. Now I just click on the server, go to the desktop. In the desktop, you can go to the IP configuration. So in the IP configuration, I'm going to fix the IP address 10.0.0.1 is IP address. Subnet mask 255.0.0.0. So automatically the subnet mask will be displayed. Okay, because it is a class A IP address. And then default gateway. So default gateway means this is the IP address we have to assign for our router. Okay, so I'm going to fix the default gateway 10.0.0.2. Okay, is the IP address. I'm going to fix it for the gateway. So the same IP address you have to give it for your gateway. Okay, that means for your router. Now, so I just completed for PC, sorry, for this server. Now, let me go to the router 0. So for router 0, we have to fix the IP address that is going to be our gateway. So if you just keep your mouse on this point, okay, it is going to tell the name of the interface. So the name of the interface is GIG 0 by 0. Okay, that means gigabit Ethernet 0 by 0. Okay, that is a name, that is a the interface name. So click the router, go to the config, gigabit Ethernet 0 by 0. Okay, this is the interface, the name of the interface. So I'm going to assign the IP address. So the IP address is 10.0.0.2 is IP address. Subnet mask 255.0.0.0 and I'm going to make the port status on. So we have completed 10 network. So completely the 10 network is ready. So we have already assigned the IP address for the 10 network. Then the next step is going to be the router to router. So this is the second network. Okay, so I'm going to take this as a 20 network. So here I'm going to use 20.0.0.1 and here I'm going to use 20.0.0.2. Okay, this is IP address I'm going to use. Now you can see the name of the interface, serial 0 by 1 by 0. So this is the name of the interface and it shows the clock rate. Okay, clock rate is given here. So you have to fix the clock rate, okay, for this interface. So clock rate means the speed, okay, at which the data will be transferred. So you have to fix the clock rate here. So the default clock rate I'm going to use it here, 64,000 is a default clock rate I'm going to use. So now let me click on the router. So the interface, name of the interface is serial 010. Okay, serial 010. I'm going to the interface. So IP address. So IP address I'm going to fix 20.0.0.1 is IP address. subnet mask 255.0.0.0, and default clock rate. So default clock rate I'm going to fix 64,000 is the default clock rate I'm taking. So 64 I'm giving, and make the port status on. So if you want to make the port status on, that means this will become up, administratively up. Okay, now I completed the configuration for serial 0 by 1 by 0. Now, let me go to the next router, serial 0 by 1 by 0, the same name available here also, but there is no clock rate here. So you don't need to fix any clock rate for this interface. So click the router. I'm going to the config. So the name of the interface is serial 010. Okay, this is the name of the interface. So what is IP address means? The IP address is 20.0.0.2 is IP address I'm going to assign here. Then subnet mask 255.0.0.0. Then clock rate, I'm not going to set any clock rate, not set. Then you can make the port status on. So automatically, okay, your 20 network is also okay ready. Then let me go to the next network, 30 network. So here I'm going to assign the IP address 30.1 and this place 30.2. Okay, so let me just keep my mouse on this. So it is giving the name of the interface, serial 0 by 1 by 1. Okay, this is the name of the interface. So and there is no, sorry, we have clock rate here. Okay, we have clock rate here. So let me click the router. So go to the name, okay, go to the interface, serial 011. Okay, I'm just going to that interface. IP address is 30.0.0.1 is IP address. Subnet mask 255.0.0.0. Now we need to fix the clock rate. So clock rate is 64,000 is a default clock rate, and I'm going to make the port status on. So for the interface serial 011, okay, for serial 011, we have fixed the IP address. Let me go to the next interface, serial 010, and here we have to give the IP address 30.0.0.2. Okay, this is the IP address we have to fix. Now go to the router. Okay, please check the clock rate here, serial 011. Yeah, we fix the clock rate. Yes. So now here 010, there is no clock rate here. Okay, I'm just going to the router. So config, you can just see the name of the interface 010. So 010 is the name of the interface. IP configuration. So this place it is going to be 30.0.0.2 is IP address, subnet mask, and here we no need to fix any IP address, not set. Okay, make port status on, and I'm going to close this. So your 30 network is also ready now. Now let me go to the last network, the 40 network. So for PC, I'm going to assign the IP address 40.0.0.1. So IP configuration, IPv4 40.0.0.1 is IP address. Subnet mask 255.0.0.0 is a subnet mask. Then the gateway is 40.0.0.2 is the IP address I'm giving. Okay, this is the same IP address. You should use it for your router. Okay, so 40.0.0.2, and I'm just going to close this. So PC0 is ready now. So here, okay, that means the gateway. The name of the interface is gigabit Ethernet 0 by 0. So go to the router, gigabit Ethernet 0 by 0. So IP address is, this is 40.0.0.2 is IP address, subnet mask 255.0.0.0, and make the port status on. Okay, now, so almost all the IP address we fixed. Then the next step is going to be configuring the routing protocol. So here we are having four different networks we have. So in this case, so you need a routing protocol. So if you have the routing protocol, then only you can communicate from, okay, from server to PC or PC to server, whatever it is. So you can communicate only by using of the routing protocol. Without routing protocol, your packet is not going to move. Okay, let me check. So I'm going for the server. I just click the server, and let me go to the command prompt. Now I'm going to ping the last PC0 I'm going to ping. So what is IP address means? So the IP address of this machine is 40.0.0.1 is the IP address. Okay, 40.0.0.1 is IP address. So I want to ping this machine from the server. So click the server, go to the desktop. Okay, so in the desktop, okay, I'm going to the command prompt. So from the command prompt, I'm going to give the ping command ping 40.0.0.1. Okay, this is the ping command I'm giving. So now, if you see reply coming from your 10.0.0.2. So what is 10.0.0.2 means? 10.0.0.2 is this is the 10.0.0.2. Okay, so I just make a note here. This interface is 10.0.0.2. That means the gateway is telling, okay, so there is no destination, there is no path available for 40. So that means there is no route available. Okay, so your router cannot forward it to the next one. Okay, because there is no static route and there is no routing protocol enabled in this topology. So what we have to do means we have to enable the routing protocol. Okay, enable the routing protocol. I'm going to use a very simple routing protocol. Okay, now you can check it here. So we are getting destination host unreachable. Okay, the host we cannot reach. So this is the destination host unreachable, unreachable, unreachable. We are getting error. So the packet 100%, the packet lost. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to configure the RIP protocol in all the three routers. Then again, I'm going to check. I'm going to give the ping command and let me check how the packet is moving. Now I'm going to the router 0. So in the router 0, what are the networks directly connected? You must know. So this side we have 10 network, the other side we have 20 network. So two networks are directly connected in this router. Same, if you go for the router which is available in the middle, so here two networks directly connected. This side 20 network and here it is 30 network. And for this router 2, we have two networks directly connected. One is the 30 network and another one is the 40 network. Okay, so these are the networks directly connected with this router. Now, let me go to the router 0. I'm going for the RIP protocol, RIP. In config, you are having RIP, okay, routing protocol. So you have to advertise. Okay, this is called an advertising process. So you have to advertise the directly connected networks. So here 10.0.0.0, 10 network is directly connected. Okay, I'm going to add it. Then 20 network is directly connected. 20.0.0.0. Okay, this is directly connected. So two networks directly connected in this case. Now, let me go to the next router. Okay, router 1. So here there are two networks directly connected here. So what are the two networks directly connected? I'm just going to the RIP. So two networks, one is a 20 and another one is a 30. So now, so 20.0.0.0, 20 network is directly connected, add it. Then 30 network is directly connected, 30.0.0.0. Okay, I'm just going to add it. So this is called the advertising process, okay, in the RIP protocol. The same thing, I'm going to do it for the next router 2. Now, let me go to the config, okay, RIP, and here two networks, 30.0.0.0 is directly connected and 40.0.0.0 directly connected. Okay, so two networks directly connected in this case. So we configured, okay, this is only this much. Okay, RIP protocol is a very simple protocol. So we enable the RIP protocol in all the routers. Now I'm going to ping. Okay, I'm going to ping from server 0 to, okay, 40.1. I'm going to ping and I'm going to see what is the output. Okay, the result. So now the same command I'm going to give ping 40.0.0.1. So if I give the ping command, now you can see you will get the reply from 40.1. Okay, so requested timeout. This is only first time it is coming. Okay, the first packet, because of there is a reason available that is called the ARP packet. Now after that you can see the reply is coming from 40.1, 40.1, 40.1. Okay, so our topology diagram is now ready. Logically it is ready. So we are having the connectivity. Now let me go to PC0. From PC0, I'm going to ping the server. Okay, so what is IP address of the server means? The IP address of the server is 10.0.0.1 is the IP address. So I'm going to ping from here to here. I'm going to ping and I'm going to see the result. So go to PC0, go to the command prompt. So here I'm going to ping the server IP address is 10.0.0.1. Okay, there is IP address. I'm just going to ping. So you can see the reply is coming. So I'm getting the reply. So there is no problem. Your packet is moving from server 0 to PC0 and PC0 to server 0. The packet is moving now. So the next one is we are going to take our task. Okay, what is the first task means? So task number 1. Okay, the first task is configure a minimum password length for all the routers. Okay, not all the routers. I'm not going to do for all the routers. Only for one router I'm going to do. Okay, you can practice in the other routers. You can practice it now. So let me go to the first router. Okay, I'm going to the first router and then go to the CLI command line interface. So you have to type all your commands only in the command line interface. Okay, so we are going to type it everything. Now I'm in the command line interface. Okay, I'm not sure where I am. Okay, so where I am. So what I can do means you can just use the command exit, exit, exit. You can come out from the different modes. Okay, exit, exit, exit. Now, so I just okay. I gave 2 times. Okay, exit. Now I'm finally I reached. Press return to get stopped. Okay, now I'm going to enter. So if you enter, you can enter into the router. Then the next one, okay, the first command, okay, the first command, or we can say this is the user mode. So from the user mode, I'm going to the next mode. The next mode is called the privilege mode. So now I'm going to use a command enable. So enable is a command to go to the next mode. The next mode is a privilege mode. Then from the privilege mode, I want to go to the next mode. The next mode is a global configuration mode. So global configuration mode is config terminal. Okay, config terminal. So if you use the config terminal, so it will take you to the next mode. The next mode is the global configuration mode. Now, so in the global configuration mode, I'm going to fix, okay, I'm going to create a policy. So what is a policy means? Whatever the passwords you have to create, okay, you have to follow a minimum length. Okay, a minimum length you have to follow. So I'm going to create a policy for that. Okay, what is that means? Security, passwords, okay, security passwords, minimum length, okay, minimum length, length. So minimum length I'm going to fix it as 5. So what it says, any password you create in this router, okay, in this router, so you have to follow this policy. It should be minimum 5 characters. So the length should be 5 characters. So this is the policy. Same, you can repeat it the same thing in all the routers. I'm doing only for the first router or 0. You can go to the router 1, apply the same thing. In router 2, you can apply the same policy. Okay, so I fix the policy, the minimum password policy. Okay, that means the minimum password length, it is going to be the 5 characters. So if it is less than 5 characters, it is not going to accept. Okay, so this is going to be my first policy. Then the next task. So what is the next task means? So we have to create, okay, a password. Okay, we have to create a password for enable. Okay, we have to create a password for enable. Okay, now before that, I'm just going to exit again. You can see here. Now I'm giving command enable. So if I give command enable, it is not asking me any password. Okay, just it is going from the user mode to the privilege mode. Automatically it moves. But I don't want like that. I need a password here. So because in the user mode, okay, user can see the basic things. But if you go for the next mode, privilege mode, global configuration mode means, okay, attacker may change your router. Okay, attacker may change the configurations of your router. So I need a security here, a basic security I need. So if somebody is using the enable command, automatically it will ask, okay, for a password. Now, so that particular password I'm going to configure now. So go to the config terminal. Okay, that means in the global configuration mode. So this is the global configuration mode. In the global configuration mode only you can do all the changes to your router. Now, I am in the global configuration mode. Now, I'm going to give the command enable. Okay, so this is the enable. If somebody is enabled, okay, now I need, okay, I'm going to fix a password for that. Okay, password, I'm giving the password 1234 is the password. Okay, now you can just see I'm just giving enter. So the password too short must be at least 5 characters, password not configured. So already you created a policy. Okay, already we created a policy. So what is a policy means? The length of the password should be minimum 5 characters. We already fixed the password. So your password is less than that, so it is not accepted. Now, so you have to repeat it. I'm just going to repeat. Just use the arrow key. Enable password. Now I'm giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm giving 5 characters. So if I give 5 characters, now it is going to be okay accepted. So we created our own policy. Minimum password length should be 5 characters, so you have to follow it. Now I fixed, okay, enable password. So the enable password is going to be 12345. Let me check. So I'm going to give exit, again exit. Now press return to get start. I'm going to press. Now okay, you are in the router. I'm going to use the command enable. Okay, I'm going to use the command enable, and I'm just going to enter it. So if I give enable now, it is requesting me for the password. Okay, it is asking me for a password. So what is the password means? I fix the password 12345 is the password. So I'm going to enter the password 12345. Okay, the password I'm giving, and just enter that now. Okay, you can see it is allowing you to go to the next level, that is privilege mode. So this is the very simple security for enable password. Now, next one is I'm going to use a command show. Okay, running 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 config. So what is this command means? So this command will display. Okay, it will display all the configurations that you created. Okay, you have done in this router, or we can say it is a configuration file. It will display the running configuration, okay, of this router. Now you can see I'm just giving show running configuration. Your okay, all the things whatever you have done, it is displayed. You can see here security password minimum length 5. Okay, we created this. Then the next one you can see, if I just move on like that, you created the IP address. Okay, you created the IP address 10.0.0. 255. So whatever the changes, whatever the configurations created by you can see here. You have enabled the RIP protocol. So RIP protocol, okay, network 10 and 20 directly connected. So all the configurations, okay, it is going to display. Now we fix the enable password. Okay, enable password we fixed. So I'm going to show you. Okay, where is that enable password means? You can see here enable password 12345. Enable password 12345. So now suppose if a attacker enter into your router. Okay, if a attacker enters into your router and giving the command show running config means he can read. Okay, he can take all your passwords. Okay, because your passwords are not encrypted. Okay, your passwords are not encrypted, so easily an attacker can note down. Okay, that means for enable, okay, this is the password. Okay, then next one anything, okay, if you use automatically you can read these passwords. So this is not a secured method. Okay, it is not a secured method. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to enable. Okay, that's sorry, for enable password I want to encrypt now. Okay, I'm going to encrypt. So what, how to do it? Okay, you can see I'm going for the config terminal. I'm in the config terminal now. I'm going to create the password for enable, but now it should be secret. Now you see I'm going to enable the same step I'm doing. We use password here. Okay, password, we use password, but now I'm going to use secret. Okay, secret I'm giving. Now what is the secret password means? I'm giving 54321. I'm giving. Okay, I'm just giving it in the reverse. So any passwords you give, please make a note. Okay, write it in a piece of paper. So I'm giving 54321 is a password I'm giving here, secret password. And now okay, it is created. Again you just give exit. Now you can display the running configuration. So you can use the command show. Okay, running config. So this is the command. So if you give the show running config, okay, you can see, okay, all the configurations, you can see it's coming here. So enable secret 5. Okay, your password is now encrypted. So you have selected an option. What is that option you have selected? You selected the option secret. So secret means the password is encrypted and saved, and it is stored in the router. But in the previous case, the password is not encrypted. Okay, the password is not encrypted. Now I'm just, okay, this is the running configuration. I'm going to check it now. I'm giving exit. Okay, I'm going to give exit from this. Again I'm going to enable. Okay, see here I'm just giving exit. Now I am in the router. I'm going to use the command enable. Now it is asking the password. So there are two passwords we have configured. Okay, first password is enable password 12345. The next one is enable secret, okay, 54231. So which password it will work, it will accept? Okay, now you see I'm trying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm trying and just enter. Okay, it is not accepted. Now I'm going to try 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, it is accepted. So the current password which is coming effective means 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That means the secret password is coming as an effective one. Okay, so this is a very important thing you must know. Then the next one is the next two things. What you are going to do means we are going to enable the console access and we are going to enable the VTY access. Okay, console access and VTY access we are going to enable in this router. Now, so first let me go for the console. Okay, let me enable the console access. Okay, now I'm going for the config terminal, config ter. Okay, config terminal. I'm in the config terminal mode. Now, so what is the command means? Line console. Okay, line console. Okay, 0. This is the command line console 0. So I am inside the console now. So what is the password? Okay, password. Okay, we have to create a password for the line console. We already created the passwords only for enable. Okay, it is for enable, but now we are going to create the password for the console. So password. So I'm going to use the password. Okay, let it be make a very simple password. I'm going to use ABCDE. Okay, this is the password I'm going to use. Okay, or we can use better. You can use a name. Okay, I'm going to use the password as console. Better use console. Okay, so now I'm going to use the password console, CONSOLE. Okay, this is for the console. Then the next line is equal to, so you have to fix some exe timeout. Okay, execute timeout option you have to fix. Suppose if some user, okay, they logged in into your router through the console and they are not doing anything for a particular duration, so automatically it should log out. So I'm going to fix. So exec, okay, exec, this is the command, hyphen timeout. Okay, I'm giving timeout. Then you have to fix the minutes, how many minutes and how many seconds. I'm going to fix 2 minutes and 0 seconds. I'm going to fix. Okay, 2 minutes and 0 seconds. Then you have to use the command login. So these are the 4 lines. Okay, you have to enter, you have to type it in the global configuration mode. Okay, I repeat, line console 0, password, you can fix any password, but we fix the password as console. Okay, exe timeout, time, okay, that means minutes and seconds. So 2 minutes, 0 seconds, then login. Okay, so this is the command. Now we have to check it. Okay, I'm going to check it. So how can I check it? So you need a console port. Okay, let me just close this router. So I want to enter into this router by using console. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a new end device. Okay, I'm going to take a PC. Okay, I'm going to take a PC. So I'm going to have a PC here. Then cable, I'm going for the cable. Okay, the connection. I'm going to use the console. Okay, the console port. Okay, or the console cable I'm going to connect. So take the console cable. So I'm just connecting the PC RS232. Okay, this is the name of the, okay, the connector. And here I'm going to connect it in the console. Okay, in console I'm going to connect. Okay, so it is now connected. So from this PC, I'm going to log in into this router by using the console port, but in a secured way. There is a security available. Okay, you cannot just like that, you cannot enter. So we are having a what to say, a password it is going to ask you. So it is going to request a password from the user. So a proper authentication they have to do, then they can enter into the router. Now, let me go to the PC1. Okay, I'm going for the desktop. Okay, so let me go to the terminal. Okay, not the command prompt. Okay, not the command prompt. So you must go to the terminal. Okay, because we are using the console cable. I'm going to the terminal. So here, don't do any changes here. Okay, keep all the, okay, the configurations. You can just keep it as it is and then just give okay. Okay, you can see you are inside the router, but it is already logged in. Okay, the router. Okay, we have not logged out. So what I'm going to do, let me just close everything. I just go to the router. Okay, better you can just close everything. Then only it will be, you will find this. Okay, I'm just giving exit, 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 everything. So press return to get start. Okay, keep in this place. Now I'm just going to close this router, go to the PC1. So go to the terminal. So from the terminal, I'm going to give OK. So press return to get start. Okay, I'm going to start. So now you can see it is asking for the password. So if you give the password, okay, correctly, then only it will enter into the router. Then after that, if you want to give enable, you need, okay, enable password you need. So now what is the password for console access means I give the password console. So I'm giving console is the name of the password, CONSOLE. So I just type console, I'm giving enter. Now I'm inside the router. Then from the router, okay, this is the user mode. Now I want to give enable. If I enable means, okay, you already configured the password for enable, secret password you already enabled. So if I give enable, okay, you have to enter the enable password. So what is the enable password I used? 54321 is the enable password I used. So I'm going to enter 54321. Now you can see I'm inside this router. So this is how you can configure the console access. Okay, console access, and you can enter into your router. Then I'm just going to close all these things. Now the next step is going to be I want to access the same router from this server, okay, from this machine by using Telnet. Okay, by using Telnet. So now I'm going to configure the Telnet. Okay, that is called line VTY. Okay, VTY with password. Okay, with password. So now I'm going for the router here. So I'm in the router, already enable password. Okay, it is accepted. Now I'm going for the config terminal. Okay, CONFIGTER. So config terminal. I'm inside the global configuration mode. Now I'm going to enable the line VTY. So how to enable the line VTY means, so this is the command line. Okay, line VTY 04. Okay, what is that 0 to 4 means? 5 users can access, okay, this router by using line VTY at the same time. Okay, 0 to 5. If you want to change the numbers also, there is a limit available. Okay, if you want, you can just give a question mark. 1 to 15. Okay, so that means 15 users can access it. Okay, at the same time. So I'm just going to give 0 to 5 or 0 to 4, anything. So line VTY 0 to 4. Then you need to give a password for this. So password. Okay. So what is the password? Okay, I'm going to use here. I'm going to use the password Telnet. Okay. So I'm just writing in a paper. Please note down the passwords. Okay. Then only it will be. You will remember the password. Otherwise, you will forget everything. Now I'm giving password. So the password I'm going to use it is Telnet. Telnet is the password. I'm going to use it for this. Then, so here also I'm going to fix the time. Okay, that means the timeout. So exec timeout. Okay, I'm going to fix the timeout here. So how many minutes means? Okay, let it be 2 minutes. Okay, 0 seconds. Now for 2 minutes 0 seconds, I'm going to fix, okay, a timeout period. Then I'm going for the login. So these are the commands to enable the telnet access to your router. So we already enabled the console access. Now we enable the line VTY access. Now I'm just going to close this. Okay, you can give exit, exit, exit. Okay, keep in this place. Return to get start. Now I'm going to the PC. So from this PC, I want to enable, I want to log in into this router. Okay, this is called the remote access or remote login. But it is going to ask you some passwords. Okay, now go to the server machine. Go to the command prompt. You are not going to use the terminal now. Okay, because it is not console access. So you are just going to use ordinary cable. So I'm just going to the command prompt. So from the command prompt, okay, you can see I am in the C drive. I'm going to use a command, okay, telnet, telnet. So IP address, you need an IP address. What is IP address means? The IP address of your router. So 10.0.0.2 is the IP address of my router. I'm giving 10.0.0.2. Okay, so now I'm just going to enter. Now you can see it is asking a password. So what is the password you have to use here? Console. Okay, let me try console. CONSOLE. So if I use console, it is not accepting because console is a password we used for the console access. But here line VTY access. So we are going to use, okay, we already assigned the password telnet. So I'm going to use the password telnet. So if I give the telnet, now I'm entering into the router. Then for enable, already you have enabled the secret password is already enabled. So what is the password means 54321. This is the secret password we already enabled. So this is okay. We are now inside the router. Okay. So this is how you can configure the console access and you can configure the VTY access for your routers. Then the next one we are going to create a banner. Okay, we are going to create a banner for our router. Okay, now I'm just going to close all these things. Let me go to the router directly. I just go to the router directly. If anybody enters into the router, I need a banner. Okay, a banner should be displayed. Okay, so now press return to get start. So it is asking the password. Okay, it is asking the password. So user access, okay, verification. So it is asking the password. So the password I'm going to give it console. Okay, I'm giving the console password. Now I'm inside the router. Now the next step, I'm going to enable. If I enable again, it will ask a password. So 54321 is the password. Okay, I'm giving the password. Now I'm inside the router. Now the next one is global configuration mode. So go to config terminal. Now in the global configuration mode, okay, I'm going to create a banner. So what is a banner means, if anybody enters into your router, they are going to get this message. Okay, this message will be displayed. Okay, now how to create the banner? It's a very simple command. You can use the keyword banner, banner, MOTD, message of the day, then so dollar and dollar. So within this, whatever you type, it will be displayed. Okay, so banner, message of the day, MOTD. Okay, message of the day. So within the okay dollar and dollar, okay, whatever the message you type, this will be displayed. So now I'm going to say okay, unauthorized. Okay, let me type it in the capital letter. So unauthorized access, okay, not allowed, something like that. Any message you can type, even you can type the name of your organization. Okay, so any message, okay, whatever the message you want to display, you can give it. So this is going to be the banner, creating the banner. So the banner is created. Okay, you can see the banner later. Now the next step is I'm going to create some usernames. Okay, so far what we have done, we are using only a password to enable. Okay, sorry, to log in or to enter your router. We are simply using a password, just a password we are doing. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a username and password. Okay, creating a username and password, and this username and password I'm going to use it for console login or for the line VTY login. Okay, you can use this username and passwords. Okay, how to create a username? Okay, so what is a command means? Okay, please note down, this is a command. So username, okay, username is a command. So the username is going to be, okay, I'm going to take user01. Okay, user01 is a name I'm giving. Then password, password. Okay, password. So you can fix any password. Okay, so password I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to give, let it be 12345 is a password. So the name of the user is user01. This is the name of the user, and password is 12345 is the password I'm creating. So I'm going to create a username. Okay, I created a username. Then the next one, I'm going to create, okay, one more username. Okay, one more username I'm going to create, but this time I'm going to use, okay, a word called secret. Okay, so now user name user02. Okay, this is the name of the user02. So instead of giving password, I'm giving secret. Already we have seen this. So what does that means? So that if you give secret, it will be encrypted and stored. Okay, it will be encrypted and stored. So I'm giving secret. So the same password I'm giving 12345, no problem. Second user also user02. So for him also I'm giving, okay, 12345, but here I'm giving the secret option. So the password will be encrypted and stored in the router. So these are the two users I'm creating. Now the next one, what I'm going to do means, the next one is I'm going for the console. Okay, that means the line console. In the line console, now I need username and password. Okay, I need username and password okay, for authentication instead of, okay, using only the username. So previously we used only the username, but now I need the username and password. Okay, I need, okay, to authentication for remote access, whatever it is. So now how can you do it means, now you can see I'm going for line console 0, line console 0. This is the command already we have done. Okay, line console 0. Then the next one we gave password. Previously we gave password, but now I'm not going to give password. I'm going to use the word, okay, login local. I'm going to give, okay, login local. Then I'm just going to close it. Okay, end. So end or exit, you can give exit and come out. So what is this means? Previously we use line console 0, then we use the command password. Okay, we gave a password console. Then, okay, exe timeout. Okay, we give the timeout. Then we give the login. But now what I'm giving, I just go to the console 0. So console 0, I'm going to make it as login local. So if you use login local, automatically it is going to use the username and passwords. Okay, username and passwords it is going to use. There are two username we already created. User 01 12345, user 02 12345. Okay, now the same thing I want to do it for VTY, line VTY also. That means telnet. So now I'm going for the enable. Okay, already we are in enable. Okay, global configuration mode. So config terminal. Now I'm going to use a command. Okay, line VTY, line VTY 0 to 4. Okay, 0 to 4. Okay, I'm giving. Now the same command login local. Login local. Then you can just give exit and you can come out from this. So exit, exit, exit. So okay, just keep in this place, in this position. Okay, press enter to get started. Now I'm just going to close. So from either PC1 to router or from server to router, you can use the console or by using the telnet. If you log in, now it is going to ask the username and password. Okay, so let me check. So let me go to the server first. I'm going for the command prompt. Okay, command prompt. I'm in the command prompt now. So you are going to give the command telnet. So telnet, the IP address of your router 10.0.0.2 is IP address. Okay, I'm giving 10.0.0.2 and I'm going to enter. So now you can see the difference. It is asking, okay, authorized access, not unauthorized access, not allowed. This is going to be the banner. Okay, unauthorized access not allowed. This is the banner we created. Then it is asking give the username, but previously it was asking for the password only. Okay, you can just rewind the video and see. So now it is asking the username. So what is the username means? Already we created two usernames, user 01, user 02. You can use any user. So I'm going to use user 01. I'm using. Okay, so this is timeout expired, time expired. Again, I'm going to run 10.0.0.2. So username is, so user 01 is a username. Then what is a password means? The password is going to be 12345 is a password. I just enter into the router. Okay, it is asked, some error is coming. Okay, no issues. I can try again. So telnet. Okay, so 10.0.0.2 is IP address. So what is the username means? I'm giving user, okay, 01, okay, user 01. This is the name of the user. And then the password is, okay, 12345 is the password. So now I'm entered into the router. Okay, I entered into the router. So by using the username and password, we are now, okay, entering into the router. So we are having more security comparing with the previous one. Okay, previous one. In the previous part, we just use only the password, but now username and password. So let me try. Okay, just you can exit from it completely. Okay, I just close the connection. Now try from the PC1. Okay, by using console. Okay, by using the console, I'm going to enter now. So go to the PC1. Now you can use a terminal. Okay, because this is a console cable we are using. So I'm going for the terminal and just give okay. See, press return to get start. Okay, if I enter, banner should come first. Now you see banner. Unauthorized access not allowed. Username. Now I'm using the username user02 I'm using. Okay, username. Password. What is the password means? 12345 is the password. I'm using the password. I'm inside the router now. So we are entered the router by using the password. Sorry, by using the username and password. Now, the next one is I want to save. Okay, save all the configurations. I have done so many changes now in my router. I want to do all the. I want to save. Okay, all the changes. Whatever the changes I have done, I want to save it. So how you can save means. So this is the command. This is going to be the last command. Okay, I'm just giving enable. Okay, you must know the password 54321. That is a secret password. Now I'm inside the privilege mode. Now what is the command means? The command is okay to copy. Okay, I'm going to save all the changes I have done. Copy running running. Okay, running config config. Okay, so copy running config, whatever the configuration it is running now. I want to make it as a startup configuration. I want to save it to the startup start. Okay, start up up. Okay, configuration or startup config. Just if you give this, it is enough. Now all the changes will be saved. Okay, just enter. That's it. So all your changes will be saved. Okay, as a startup configuration. So this is how we can have a remote. Okay, that means control administrative access to routers. Okay, so this is your lab number 1. So thank you very much. Keep watching.